My name is Aisha. I'm from Senegal. I'm a second year undergraduate at Ashoka University, majoring in political science and minoring in international relations. The coronavirus situation was handled quite well at Ashoka University, especially for international students, since those who wanted to go home were able to do so without having to face financial problems because the university mostly funded them, and those who deemed that the campus was safer than going home and traveling also had the choice to do so. And the situation on campus right now is quite good, and even though some people are facing hurdles when it comes to online classes, they are able to communicate with the dean of academic affairs and also their professors so that they can be more lenient. So for now, we're just hoping that the whole situation will get better, but we are doing quite well on campus.
Ashoka is dealing with the problem of continuing to communicate with the students that we have, of continuing our classes. So I teach my classes regularly, or both my large foundation course which I teach called Quantitative Reasoning, as well as my smaller third year course in physics called Properties of Matter. I give my classes live and I ensure that I always stop in between so that students can ask questions. This is essentially a combination of slides and live back and forth between myself and the students that I teach. And in addition, my teaching fellows keep in touch with the students. We send them problem sets to do, so that as well as material to read, so that they're up to date. So far, my students have been attending their classes. I understand it's difficult for them, given their circumstances. They're all now spread in various places across the country, as well as abroad. And I think we are doing as well as we can, as best as we can under these circumstances. And the way the Ashoka community has stepped up as teachers to essentially retool to teach what they would be doing in a classroom under normal circumstances has been inspiring to me. There has been a lot of back and forth among different teachers regarding what are the best methods to use in order to be able to communicate.
I returned home on the 15th of March, and I think that's some of the first steps that university took in terms of the early phase of this whole corona pandemic was to have sanitizers everywhere, and I think that was a great step, especially in the common spaces, to keep hand sanitizers. Apart from that, I returned before when campus arranged the whole facility for the students, the cab service till the airport. So I think that was a great step too.
Aim has been to try and make sure that online teaching is as smooth a transition as possible, to make sure that students get the most out of the course under these challenging circumstances. So the transition has been really surprisingly smooth. We use Google Meet, and we are able to have an active participatory class with up to 60 students. This is really quite heartening as I lecture, the students write in with their comments via chat. Because we can't have physical attendance and we need to know that students are reading and thinking about what's going to happen in class, we have them send in written comments the night before the class, and then we discuss those comments in the class, we share them as well. Students who can't make it to the class because of bad online connections, we just make sure that all our lectures are recorded and students can watch them when they have a decent connection. We're also online and in email contact with our students now all through the week. And the teaching fellows have really been fantastic in making sure that everyone knows what is happening and when. Our aim really is to provide as structured and regular and reassuring an academic environment as possible, to let students know that we are here, we're paying attention, and that we want them to be able to get the most out of this class, even as they're at home and dealing with difficult circumstances.
There are three things that stands out in case of Ashoka. First is the decision-making process is very transparent as well as collaborative. So the VC is very approachable, and when we write an email to any admin staff, they are quick to respond. The second thing is they are arranging for, especially for people who are from disadvantaged community, they are arranging for their data, travel and everything, just to make sure that they reach home safely. Even people who like myself who are here, have been given all sorts of opportunities to not just survive, because survival has a negative connotation to it, but maybe continue with their academic studies. And that brings to me to my final point, that the pace of change from classroom to digital system is very quick, but Ashoka has been able to adapt very successfully. And thanks to the administration team, all of them are not here, but they are quite approachable, and the coordination between them also makes decision making very quick. So it instills a kind of confidence in me that I am in safe hands.